Hey guys, welcome to bagpipemaster.com. Today we are learning one of my absolute favorite tunes, Amazing Grace. We're going to go through the chanter, the fingering step by step, and then also we're going to go through the sheet music. So if you don't have your own copy of the sheet music or the same copy, you can get it for free at bagpipemaster.com. I have tons of videos, step-by-step tutorials, sheet music, exercises. There's a lot of really awesome resources available if you're new to the bagpipes, so please check that out. That being said, let's jump right in and learn Amazing Grace. All right, I'm going to break this down on the actual practice chanter and show you the fingering in just a second. But before that, let's hum through the first two measures to get familiar with how the tune goes. Bum ba da 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 dee da 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 dee. So you can see we have a G grace note, another G grace note, G grace note. There's quite a few of them throughout the tune. This guy is called a strike on the D, where we simply play a G grace note on the D, and we strike down to the low G, and then we play a D. And then this guy right here, this is an F doubling, and really all it is, it looks harder than it is. It's just a G grace note on the F, G grace note on the F. And this particular version, I like playing, an F doubling. But if you're an absolute beginner and you want to keep this a little more simple, you can replace this with just a G grace note. So you get rid of the F doubling part and simply play a G grace note on the F. And anytime you see an F doubling, just play a G grace note. So that's one way you can simplify this, and the tune will still sound really beautiful. It's just a little more simple. But you can play it either way. I prefer to play it with. It's just up to you. So let's go ahead and jump on the chanter and we'll go through those two measures. Okay, so we start with a G grace note on the low A, and it looks like this. Just a quick G grace note, and then we go up to the D, and as you're playing that D, you're going to play a strike on the D, and the strike is simply going to be a G grace note, and then we strike down to the low G, and then pop back up to the D. A little faster. Then we play, after that movement, moving on, we play a G grace note on the F, and then an E, D. So everything up to that point. The next measure, we play an F doubling, and an F doubling is just simply two G grace notes in a row. So it looks like this. Then we play a G grace note on the F, and then an E. We'll play those first two measures with the metronome. 1, 2. All right, let's sing through these two measures. Da di bra da ba bum ba. So this guy is called a throw on D, where we drop down to the low G, play a D, C, D. We have some more G grace notes, and this is just a low G grace note where we go from the B, drop down to the low G for just a moment, and pop to the A. All right, so let me break down that throw on D. We drop down to the low G, play a D, C, D. I'll show you, nice and slow. A little faster. And more up to speed. So we hold that for 2 beats. After we've held that for 2 beats, we go down to that B with a G grace note on the B. Then we drop down to the low G, pop to the A. And then you saw that there was a G grace note on the low A and then a D. I'll play those 2 measures with the metronome. 1, 2. All right, let's hum through these 2 measures. Bum ba da 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 dee da 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 dee da. So this measure is the exact same as this one, and this is the exact same as this. I guess the only minor difference is here it's an E to the F instead of F to the E. So it's just switched around. But that's so similar to that, I think we can just jump right onto the chanter and play through these 2 measures. All right, and we'll use those pickup notes on the previous line. 1, 2. All right, we'll sing through these 2 measures. Dee da 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 da. So this guy is called a high A doubling, and I'll show you on the chanter, but it's just a high A, and we'll slide the thumb across the hole, and we play that high A for 3 beats. Then we slide the thumb one more time, play that for 2 beats, and then the F A. To play that high A doubling, we're coming at it from an F, and then we play an A, simply slide the thumb across the hole, and that's it. A little faster. And we hold that high A for 3 beats. After we've held it for 3 beats, we slide the thumb across the hole again, hold that high A for 2 beats, and then an F, A. Let's go ahead and play those 2 measures with the metronome. And we'll use the pickup notes in the previous measure. 1, 2. All right, we'll hum through these next 2 measures. Da 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 dee da 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 dee. So here we're coming at it from the high da da. We slide the thumb across the hole just like we did here. Da da dee da. That should look familiar, as you know, this F, E, D we've done a few times. But since we're coming at it from a high A, we have to leave off that G grace note. Da, da, dee, da. And then this measure is a 100% repeat of this measure. Da, 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 dee. Exact same. Let's go ahead and jump on the chanter and we'll work through those two measures. All right, we'll start off with those pickup notes. In the previous line, it's a F, A. Then we slide the thumb across the hole, hold that high A for 2 beats, and then F, E, D. I'll show you. The next measure is the exact same as the second measure in the first line. It's that F doubling, and then an F, E. So let's play those 2 measures with the metronome. 1, 2. All right, let's sing through these two measures. Da di bra da ba bum ba. So you probably notice this measure and this measure is the exact same as this and this. So let's just go play them on the chanter. All right, and let's use the pickup notes in the previous measure. 1, 2. All right, let's sing through these next two measures. Bum ba da 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 di da 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 di. So you probably noticed this measure is the exact same as this measure. And this one is similar to this. Instead of having two eighth notes, we just hold that E as a quarter note. So we just leave that off and change it into a quarter note. But it's basically the same thing. And since it's so similar, let's just go ahead and play these two measures on the chanter. All right, we'll play it with the pickup notes on the previous line. 1, 2. All right, let's sing the last two measures. E ba da da da. So we simply have a throw on D. Hey, we've done that a few times. And we have a strike on the D, which we've done a few times as well. But just review, we drop down to the low G, play a D, C, D, and this guy we hold it for 3 beats. Then we play a strike on the D by playing a G grace note on the D, strike down to the low G, pop back up to the D, and we hold that D for 3 beats. All right, so we play that throw on D, and just a reminder, to do that, we drop down to the low G, D, C, D. We hold that D for 3 beats. After we've completed that, the last measure, we strike the D by playing a G grace note, and then striking down to the low G, and then popping back up to the D, and holding the D for 3 beats. Let's play those two measures with the metronome. And we'll use that E on the previous measure as a pickup note. 1, 2. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you actually take the time to learn and practice this tune. If you want to play the bagpipes, you absolutely have to know how to play Amazing Grace. That's just the way it is. So, like I said at the beginning, make sure you get your free sheet music and check out all the other tutorials, videos. There's tons of awesome resources available at bagpipemaster.com. So, hope to see you there and have an awesome day.